Hey there. And we're back here to do the sign of Pisces. If you want to know about Pisces, let me give you some information here. Now, this is just their sun sign. Pisces, you all know, is the fish, okay? And they are a mutable sign. Again, I put up a video about the mutables, the fixed signs and things like that. You can go back and check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. But mutable signs are the ones that can be like chameleons. They can, they're all over the place. They can fit in where they sit in. They can fit in, okay? Like that. So Pisces is the two fish swimming in opposite directions. A part of you is always trying to swim away or escape reality. See, that water energy. Okay. The other part, if you listen to just the Cancers, tell they're a water sign as well. The other part is the intuitive. I told you all water signs are intuitive. They can read right straight through you. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, it depends on if they're vibing high or vibing low. Okay, that you can get swept up in. That's what the intuitive side of them, you can really get swept up. It's almost like Count Dracula, and they look at somebody so hard and then they hypnotize them. That's what a Piscean can do. Their imagination is like the perfect hideout when you want to escape. Since Pisces is also creative, they like to dance. Pisces rules the feet. So movies, poetry, and music is what they like, a lot of them. Their moods are mysterious. They're just like all over the place. It's hard to tell. One moment they could be up and, loving and caring and talkative and things. And then the next moment they're silent. You don't hear nothing from them. You don't know what's going on with them. And they can just like tune you out. I don't know what that part is. And they like to dream. They're dreamers, very intense dreamers. So every Pisces should have a journal by their bed because they probably could write an awesome book because they dream, they get out of the reality and they go into this dream fantasy world, and it can have a lot of meaning to it. It could really do something to help humanity. So if you Pisces are out there listening and you understand this, keep a journal or something, write this stuff down, even other people's experiences, because a lot of people like to talk to you. Because you can listen and you're very compassionate, so you can use their stories in your book as well. So some of you are has the best ideas will come in your sleep. So a lot of you probably have dreams, angelistic or people that that's crossed over, comes over and they talk to you in your sleep, or you have a lot of ideas or they giving you these ideas. Okay. Although you can feel helpless, you're much stronger than you think, Pisces. The best way for Pisces to experience your own strength is to help people in need. And I feel like Pisceans do that. I mean, anybody call on a Pisces, they're right there, no matter what. They ask no questions, they're there. You have great compassion and incredible healing powers. So use your hands. Touch people sometime. If someone is sick, touch them with your hands, because your hands is a healing power. Because it's easy for people to make you feel guilty, Pisces should watch out for friends who use you. And this is a fact, Pisces. We might as well get to the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You do have a tendency of being used because of the fact of your compassion towards others. You jump right to the call. They know you're not going to question anything, and you're going to do as they please. Almost like being a slave to people in somewhat, but not that deep. But just giving an example. So people try to make you feel guilty if you try to say no. So I believe that's a lot of the times, that's why you do what they ask you to do. So you should watch out for that and change that way. I'm saying that for you to change that way. Surrounding yourself with good-hearted friends who have their act together. Okay. Many people born under the sign, they have like a tortured soul. Man, this makes me want to cry. because yeah, you're very deep and very emotional and very intuitive. You feel all these feelings from other people. That's why I feel like some of you Pisces, or a lot of you Pisces, kind of like want to get off to yourself and get a little moody. You get a little moody and just get off to yourself. You can just disappear because you want to let go of this tortured feeling of that you have in your soul. Why are you feeling like this around people? When you get around people, why? Well, there's a reason for that. Madness, Pisces, is in your energy. Okay, finding a tranquil spiritual outlet, like you might want to go out in the woods, in the park, take a walk, connect yourself to nature, and they'll help you sort things out. Or just, like you normally do, spend time alone. You can get by yourself and you be like ignoring everything. That's a good thing to do too. And that may be the reason why you have that flexibility to be, there for everybody all the time, feeling their need. But you got to also reconnect back to yourself. You got to center yourself. Okay, Pisces, the dreamer, the healer, the horoscope of the family. Pisces energy awakens compassion, imagination, and artistry, dissolving the boundaries that divide us. So, Pisces actually begins and at the end of the winter during the Pisces season, which falls around February 19th to March the 20th, as I said. Whether or not you have a Pisces planetarian, you always need a natal chart to figure your whole self out. Now, the symbol is the fish. We know that. The element is water. The quality is mutable. Okay, that means you can go in and out. Or, it's like a chameleon. You can fit in any situation. Your ruling planet is Neptune. So if you're a Pisces out there, find out what Neptune is all about. Okay, the planetary of fantasy. That's just a tad bit of it. It's the planetary of fantasy where you just go off, drift off, and leave this world and go into another. I think Steven Spielberg, people like that make those mystery books and stuff. I really have to look, but I know I thought that they were a Cancer or a Pisces, something like that, of the same, like a water element. They could go all, and then they write it down and they make books and they get millions of dollars. So remember that, Pisces. Your body part is the feet. Your good day is romantic, helpful, wise, comforting, imaginative. Your bad day is gullible, self-pity, out of touch with reality, self-destructive, and clingy. That came up in Cancers as well, because that's that water element. They can lose touch sometimes because they drive off of their emotions, because they are water signs. That's what water does. It's flowing. It's emotional. And I'll go through some things on that too in another video. Their favorite things, they like, again, because they govern the feet. Okay, they like dancing, walking. They like romantic encounters. They like laughing and crying. Now, they could be some crybabies. I have to say that about Pisces. You guys could be crybabies, but there's nothing wrong with that. You got to release, because like I said, you take on other people's energy intuitively and you're like, where is this coming from? You're crying for someone else. Okay. And then sometimes when you don't get the love that you give out, it makes you emotional. And you can self-destruct. Some of you Pisces can actually resort to drinking, because there's just so much energy. But like I said, I told you what you can do to balance that out. What you hate is reality. Like what's really, really going on. You hate that. Throwing away the Christmas tree. Like to hold on to things. For some reason, you guys don't like the daylight. And you don't like bad, noisy music either. Your secret wish is to find unconditional love. That's what you want. Unconditional love. How to spot a Pisces. Large and dreamy eyes. Their eyes are like I told you, like Count Dracula. They could look at you and just put you under a spell. They have a soothing voice, which is very calm and very, fluent. Okay. Glamorous. They look glamorous. They like the glamorous life, okay? They like to look glamorous as well. Where you might possibly find one? Well, printing photos in the dark room, people watching in the shadows of the underground club, holding hands under the table at a romantic restaurant with sunset view. The key words for Pisces is dreams. They're in a fantasy land most of the time. Healing. They can heal with their hands. They have a healing power. Compassion. They love people. They understand people. They're very intuitive. Karma. Resides under that moon, that mysterious thing, that intuitive energy that they have that could be used for the good or the bad, which can issue karma. And they're very mysterious. It's hard to figure out Pisces from time to time because one moment, like I said, there's two fish. One's going one way, one's going the other. They're all over the place. They're very, very mutable. Pisces is the sign of illusions again. They try to escape through illusions, okay? We just came out of the season of Pisces, okay? Which talks about, when we're talking worldly, we're talking about, man making up illusions, like not showing you reality, but showing you illusions and putting you in an illusionary world, okay? To where what things seem like really aren't. That's what Pisces do. They just escape from the world and go on these fantasies, and they can actually act them out. Okay, we just came out of the season of Pisces. We're in the age of Pisces. Now we're in the age of Aquarius, where all that shit is coming to an end. Everything's being revealed for the truth instead of the lie, and it's going to take a lot of people to catch up on what's really going on, what's really happening as these things reveal themselves. The evil, the darkness, the things that were hidden, the veils is being taken down now. And, it's time for karma to come in for those who has done wrong things, misguided people, hurting people, all those type of things. All that's coming to an end in the age of Aquarius. And it's all going to be done through the sun, where we come from. Hope that made sense. Sometimes they feel like, is it real or is it a mirage? Okay, as I said, illusional, delusional, escaping, and using that escapism action and actually putting it into the real, not so real world. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Much like a Pisces energy lures you into its depths. Okay, like I said, they're like vampires, man. They can bring you in, either for the good or for the bad. But it can also leave you drawn. Pisces in the emotional ocean, okay? Like they drowned in their emotions. Compassionate Pisces are energetic, empathetic, absorbing and reflecting the feelings of everyone in contact. So imagine that. Imagine feeling everything and everybody around you, absorbing their emotions, whether they're good or whether they're bad. That's why they're so wishy-washy. That's why they can go one direction and turn around and go another. They could be something still in their emotions, but they could get a little babyish and childish, and then they drift off into this fantasy world and they can act it out. That's what I'm saying. They could be good book writers or filmmakers by living off the fantasy that they take themselves out of, because they absorb so much of others' energy. But they do need to balance themselves as well. They need to stay balanced. Okay, so that's about all I'm going to do for Pisces. Coming to the end of it. I'm getting this down packed now, coming 15 minutes per recording. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it made sense to you. If you need any more information, just look below in the description on my YouTube channel. Everything's listed in the description. my email address, my website, my phone number, all that good stuff. Pisces, you guys take care. I hope you enjoyed just the blueprint of your